Hello, my name is Mino Jones, and I did my article review on the masculinity in African American music and sports. First of all, I want to tell you why I picked this topic. I picked it because, as you can see, I'm a fellow African American. I love music and sports, and I think there is a correlation between the two, just as the article suggests. There are certain aesthetics and marketing schemes that go in to make each other special, and then also when you combine them together, it just makes each respect, it brings them to the greatest potential. And in my paper, I kind of talk about really how musicians and kind of athletes, how they feel they have to perform at an optimal level, no matter if they are having a good or bad day. The expectations are always going to be there, and then there's just a certain sense of perfection that they all feel like they have to reach. In order to reach that sort of perfection or optimal level, they go through some sort of pre-game ritual. It's different for athletes and musicians. Some athletes like to fake fight, get them locked in for like the real fight they have to do on the court or on the field. And like for some musicians, the same thing for them. Like they might take like a shot of alcohol or just to get themselves pumped up for the crowd so they can get pumped up too. And so they also perform well. And then I always said like their professions, they both require some rhythmic feel. I feel like the rhythm, it kind of birthed both sports and music. They're both products of them. For music, it's pretty obvious how for the like you have to have like everything has to rhyme, the beat has to match your flow well, and then you also have to you have to make it all coherent so that it sounds good together. And then for basketball, like all your steps, all your movements have to be in rhythm, on point, because if you're too early, it might mess up your flow, and if it's too late, it might be a penalty for like about travel in basketball. And then so that's another sport that you can argue is the most rhythmic would be any type of fighting or boxing, because they move around with their bodies the most. And then if you listen to them, most of them describe that their sport as dance moves. They're just dancing back and forth. There's a lot of give and take, and then all the punches, and then the heavy breathing. That's all music to their ears. And then there's just so much that goes into it, and it just makes you you get the better connection between the two, and how they both can't really exist without the other.